Hi everyone, no one's logged on yet. Alright, I'm just going to wait for everyone to log on. Oh, hello. Alright, so I'm going to tell you what props you need so you can get those. You will need 2 blocks. If you don't have blocks, you can either use books, grab a couple pillows, grab a couple blankets. Yeah, a couple pillows and a couple blankets will do. A bolster if you have one. And we're going to get started in a comfortable cross-legged seat, sitting up nice and tall. And feel free to sit up on a block or blanket or bolster. So it'll help your knees go downward and really settle in. Help you sit up a little taller. Even if you don't usually use a blanket or a bolster or a block or pillow, I just highly recommend using it today. You really want to feel grounded and just more relaxed for the first half of this yin portion of class. So you can start by closing your eyes. And I'm just going to talk a little bit about Yin Yoga because I really wanted to get into the meridians. And there are 12 major meridians in traditional Chinese medicine. And they are energy pathways that interconnect and encapsulate all the tissues and cells. There's a few different types of meridians. Yin meridians, there's 5 yin meridians, 5 yang meridians, and then 2 kind of their own meridians. And each yin meridian is associated with the opposite of a yang meridian, and they come in like pairs. So we're doing the spleen and stomach. So the yin meridians are the solid organs, and their main function is to store energies and fluids. And those ones are the heart, spleen, lungs, kidneys, and liver. The yang meridians are hollow organs whose main function is to transform and transmit energies and fluids. And those ones are the small intestine, stomach, large intestine, urinary bladder, and gallbladder. Today's class focus, we're going to be focusing on the spleen and stomach meridians. So an emotional imbalance can be a sign of unbalanced qi, so the energy running through all your meridians. The element associated with the spleen and stomach meridian is earth, so I'm thinking like really grounding poses, really connecting to the earth. The function of this meridian is that it's a reservoir for food and water, and it feeds the rest of the organs. And the emotions associated with this meridian are worry, anxiety, and overthinking. So I thought that would be a good thing to work on because I know a lot of people are probably feeling a lot of anxiety right now about things going on in the world. The signs of disharmony in this meridian is disappropriation in our interactions with the exterior world. And that can manifest as excessive need for approval, anxiety, and nervousness. So, starting out here, just bring your focus and awareness to your breath. Let the eyes close, not changing your breath quite yet, just noticing it and observing. Observing how the chest moves in and out when you breathe, and if the belly is moving at all, or if it's not. And then start to deepen and lengthen your inhales and exhales. Really starting to even them out. Filling up the lungs completely on every inhale. And then emptying them out completely on every exhale. And then I'm going to work with a 3-part breath or Durga breath. And I like to bring my left hand to my heart and my right hand to my belly. This position really helps soothe anxiety, I think, by having the hand on the heart, helping it to slow down a little bit. And as you inhale, feel your right hand rise with your belly, going up into the middle ribs, upper ribs, all the way up into the collarbone until you can't inhale anymore. And then exhale, emptying everything out, starting from the top of the chest, all the way down to the belly button. Pulling that belly button in towards the spine at the end of your breath. Inhale through the nose. Just like this, a few more times. Then we'll do one big cleansing breath together. And when you're ready, empty your lungs out completely. And then inhale through the nose. Exhale, sigh it out through the mouth. Bring the hands away from the chest. Maybe bring them to the heart for a moment. Bow the chin towards your heart. And then from here, you can stay sitting up on some props if you were already, or maybe bring them underneath you if you haven't. We're going to take dragonfly pose in Yin. So you're going to bring your legs out nice and wide. Toes pointing up towards the ceiling. It helps to sit up on a blanket or block sometimes to help you sit up a little taller and get a little more external rotation in the legs. From here, you can stay sitting up like this if this is enough of a stretch for you. Maybe even bring some props underneath the knees to help your knees bend and rest a little bit. You don't have to have them completely straight. Try to relax the feet, relax the legs completely, and then start to walk the hands forward. Try to keep the palms of the hands facing up so you're less tempted to grab the earth and pull yourself. You want to let gravity do the work. And let the spine round and the head drop, the head and neck relax completely. Maybe even bring a prop underneath the head, like a pillow, a blanket, or block. Finding stillness. For a few minutes, remember we're going to hold these poses for a little bit longer, about 3 minutes each. Try to bring all of your focus and awareness to your breath and the sensations that you feel in your body. If you've bowed your head forward, slowly start to press into the palms and walk yourself back through center. Bring the hands to the outer legs and slowly let them help you bring your legs inwards, moving nice and slow. So you held that position for a while. Maybe move your legs around a little bit. And then make your way to hands and knees. We'll be on our knees for a little while, so if you'd like to bring a blanket underneath your knees for extra padding, it might be helpful if you have sensitive knees. You're going to start by bringing your shoulders right above your wrists and your hips right above your knees. Then start to walk the hands forward out in front of you, melting your heart towards the earth. Now from here, you can have the head on the ground or a prop like a blanket, pillow, or bolster. Or you can have your chin reached out long in front of you if you have more open shoulders. But we are going to be holding it for a while, so sometimes it's nice to take a step back from how deep we normally move into a pose in Yin. Try and let the belly relax, let the arms relax, let the shoulders relax away from the ears, and bring your attention and awareness to your breath. Being completely present in this moment, on your mat, in this shape. Slowly start to press into the palms, and very slowly make your way back through center into tabletop position for a moment. And then from here, keeping the big toes together, either knees together or knees wide, let the hips sink back into a child's pose. You can keep the arms extended out in front of you or wrap them behind, grabbing on or letting them rest towards your feet. Letting the head rest down either onto the ground or a bolster, blanket, or pillow. Finding stillness, feeling the forehead, third eye space connected to the earth. If your arms are wrapped behind by your feet, start to walk them out in front of you and walk your hands up towards the center line of your body. And then from here, we're going to move into, it can be kind of an intense, more advanced yin pose. So we're only going to hold it for maybe a minute or two. It's definitely a really intense one for me too. If you have really tight quads, it can be pretty intense. So there's lots of different options for props for this pose. If you have issues with pain in front of the ankles, if you're sitting on your ankles for too long, you can take a blanket and roll it up and then place it right in front of the ankles. And then you can either have the feet wide and sink your hips in between your feet, or you can sit back onto the heels. So if you tend to have more of an external rotation of the legs, it's better to just sit right on top of your heels. Then you can either just sit up nice and tall, just like this. If you have pain in the calves sitting like this, you can bring a blanket between the calf muscle and thigh. That one feels pretty intense for me, so I'm going to leave it. And then if you feel like you have pain in the low back, you can take a block or a pillow or bolster underneath the sit bones. So set your props up however you'd like them. Either starting from sitting up nice and tall. And if this isn't enough of a stretch, maybe start to walk the hands back behind you. Coming onto the palms. Maybe it's staying here, or if this is enough of a stretch, you can come onto the forearms. You can also bring a bunch of props underneath you if you'd like. Maybe a bolster underneath the back, or a block underneath the head. Anything like that. Just set yourself up in a comfortable position where you're still feeling a stretch. So you find that perfect balance between effort and ease. Maybe letting the head fall back. And bringing your focus and awareness to your breath. Allowing your exhales to release tension. It's okay if your knees come up off the ground a little slightly, or if your knees come out a little wide. Usually in the Yin or Vinyasa version of this pose, you don't want to let your knees do that, but in Yin, it's okay. When you're ready, slowly start to press into the forearms, tuck the chin in towards the heart, and make your way back up to a seated position for just a moment. And then you can remove any props that you had out in front of you. And then we're going to take Sleeping Swan, as it's known in Yin, or Pigeon Pose, as it's known in Vinyasa Flow or Hatha Yoga. So you're going to start from your hands and knees. You can have a blanket, a pillow, or blocks nearby if you need them. Start by bringing your right knee towards your right wrist. Kick your right foot out slightly to the left, and then lower that back leg back behind you. And if this is just way too intense for you, and it is for a lot of people, then please don't take that pose. You can instead lie on your back, Cross your right ankle over your left thigh, either staying right here or interlacing the hands in front of the shin or behind the thigh. So whichever version of this pose you choose, make your way into that shape and set yourself up so that you're able to hold the pose for about 3 minutes so that you're still feeling a nice stretch but not overdoing it. So if you find your hip is coming up right here, you can take a blanket, block, or pillow, place it underneath the hip. For a deeper stretch, you bring that right shin more parallel to the front edge of your mat. And for less of a stretch, you bring it closer into the center line of your body. And you always kind of want to take the pose a little bit less deep than you would in like a regular Vinyasa or Hatha class. So you can either stay upright like this, or maybe start to walk the hands out in front of you, either coming onto the forearms or bringing a blanket, pillow, or block underneath the head. Trying to let the palms spin upward so you're less tempted to pull yourself forward and let gravity do the work rather. If you can, try and place a prop underneath your head if your forehead doesn't reach the ground, just so you feel that connection between the third eye space and the earth. Bring your focus and awareness to the breath. From here, start to press into the palms to gently lift yourself back upright. Tuck your back toes and make your way into a tabletop position. Maybe move that right leg around a little bit, stretch through the ankle and calf. And then we'll switch sides. So bring that left knee towards your left wrist, kick the left foot out towards the right, and walk that right foot back behind you, coming into sleeping swan on the other side. Once again, if you took the reclined version of this pose on the other leg, you can try this version on the other side. It might work for you, but I recommend doing the same version on both sides. You can either stay upright like this, or start to walk the hands out in front of you. Once again, either bringing a blanket, block, or pillow underneath the forehead, or just letting the head rest downward. Or bringing the forehead all the way towards the earth, letting the third eye space rest on the ground. Trying to keep the palms spinning open so you're not tempted to pull yourself forward. And just let gravity do the work. And once you've settled in, finding stillness, the body may move slightly deeper into the pose as you exhale and release tension. press into the forearms to lift yourself back up. Make your way into a tabletop position. Wherever you're at for just a moment, maybe stretch out that ankle a little bit, rotate the leg. And then when you're ready, make your way into a forward fold at the top of your mat, bringing your feet right underneath the hips or wider, and just letting the body hang over the legs. You can clasp opposite elbows, or maybe just let the hands hang down. Trying to find stillness in this pose. Remember, you can always have a bend in the knees. They don't need to be completely straight. In fact, they probably shouldn't be. You're going to be holding this pose for about 2 minutes. So let the head and neck relax completely. Try to let the palms spin upward if you have your arms hanging, so you're not tempted to pull yourself down. Don't hold on to the legs. Letting the hamstrings open up a little bit. And the back body. Then from here, bring a deep bend to the knees and very slowly, extremely slowly, more slowly than you think you need to go, roll up. One vertebra at a time. Making your way to stand. Bringing the head up last. Roll the shoulders down the back. Spin the palms open wide. Tadasana. We are done with the yin portion of our class, moving into the yang portion. Starting to work the muscles a little bit, stretch the muscles a little bit, and move a little bit faster. You can keep the feet hips width distance or bring them together, whatever feels best for you. On an inhale, reach the arms up overhead. Grab your left wrist with your right hand. Take an inhale to find length. As you exhale, tilt to your left. Spinning the left side open, maybe looking up towards the sky. Breathing into the left side body. Inhale, come back through center. Grab the right wrist with your left hand. Inhale to find length. Exhale, tilt to your left side. Look up over your breathe into the right side body. Inhale, come back through center. As you exhale, lift the heart up towards the sky, cactus the arms. Keep the belly nice and engaged. Open heart. As you exhale, hinge from your hips, forward fold over your legs. Inhale, halfway lift, find length in your spine, and heel toe your feet outward, about as wide as your mat, maybe a little wider. And then lower the hips down towards the heels, Malasana. Make sure your knees are pointing in the same direction as your toes. Push your elbows into your legs and your legs back into your elbows to lift your heart. Nice grounding pose here. And then from here, place the hands down and reach that left foot back as far as you can. Lower your back knee. Make sure your knee is right above your ankle. On an inhale, reach the right arm up towards the sky, plant the left palm, either staying right here or reach back through your left foot or ankle for a nice little quad stretch. Really spin the heart open, lengthen your hips down towards the earth, lengthen your tailbone back to the back edge of your mat. Carefully release the foot if you had it. Bring the hands back to center into the inside of your right leg. Lift the back knee and step your right foot back to the left and downward facing dog. So just paddle through the feet. Really press into the palms. Spread the fingertips nice and wide. Find length in your spine. And then maybe come to a still neutral left down dog. Lifting those hips up as high as you can, pressing into those hands. Maybe bringing a deep bend to the knees if you feel like your spine is rounding forward. Breathe here. Inhale, bring those shoulders over your wrists. Feet either together or hip width distance. Lengthen the tailbone back, reach the heels back, the crown of the head forward. You can always lower the knees if you need. Take an inhale here. On an exhale, tilt your body forward. Squeeze those elbows in towards your sides. Lower all the way down to your belly. From here, really press into the tops of the feet. Lengthen the tailbone back. Squeeze those elbows in. Roll the shoulders down the back. Inhale, lift the heart, lift the chest. Maybe lift the hands off the earth. Exhale, lower. Inhale, lift up again, maybe pressing into the palms to lift up a little higher. Keep rolling the shoulders down the back. Cobra. Exhale, lower. One last time. Inhale, press all the way up, full cobra. Roll the shoulders down the back. Squeeze your elbows in. Exhale, lift the hips up and back. Downward facing dog. From here, bend the knees, look forward, and step the feet all the way up to the top of the mat. Exhale to fold over your legs. Inhale, halfway lift, find length in your spine. Exhale, fold. Inhale, rise to stand, arms up overhead. Exhale, hands to heart center. Inhale, reach the arms up overhead. Exhale, hinge from your hips, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift, find length in your spine. And heel toe the feet outward. Point the heels in, toes out, let those hips sink towards the earth. Bring the elbows to the inner thighs. Press them into the inner thighs and let the thighs press back into the elbows to lift the heart. Malasana. Reach the hands down to the earth and step that right foot back, way back behind you. Lower the back knee to lizard. Stay up on the palms. Keep that right hand grounded. Inhale the left arm up towards the sky, either staying right here or reach back for your right foot or ankle for that bonus quad stretch. Keep rolling your shoulders down your back. Spin your heart forward or up towards the sky. And breathe. Carefully lower that back foot if you had it. Bring both hands to the inside of your left foot. Tuck your back toes, lift your back knee. Step back, downward facing dog. Take an exhale in your downward dog. Inhale, come forward plank. Either lower knees, chest, chin, or chaturanga. Squeeze those elbows in. Inhale, this time upward dog maybe, or cobra if you would like to do that. And then reach the hips up and back. Downward facing dog. Take a couple deep breaths here. Bend the body so you get nice and warm. And then bend the knees, look forward. Either step, maybe lightly hop to the top of your mat. Inhale to halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale, rise to stand, arms up overhead. Exhale, hands to heart center. All right, I'm going to move the mat forward a little bit because I think it traveled. And then from here, bring the feet together, big toes to touch, slight space in between the heels. Inhale the arms up overhead. Exhale, sink the hips back like you're about to sit into a really tiny chair. Squeeze those legs towards one another. Lengthen the tailbone towards the earth. Reach the heart upward. Inhale here. Exhale, hands to heart center. Take an inhale to find length. Exhale, twist to your right. Hook your left elbow to the outside of your right thigh. Look over the right shoulder. Breathe deep into your belly. Then really ground to that right foot. Bring all of your weight into your right foot. Lift the left foot and reach it all the way back to a twisted lunge. You can lower the back knee or keep it lifted. And then from here, open arm twist to your right. So just reach that right arm back, left arm forward. Maybe look over your right shoulder. And then lengthen that right hand down your left leg, left arm up towards the sky. Reverse revolved warrior. Exhale, lower the left hand down, right hand up towards the sky. Easy lunge twist. And then bring that right hand down to frame the front foot. Squeeze that right heel in and then shoot it up and back. Three-legged dog. Bend the right knee, open the hip. Maybe take a few leg circles in both directions. And straighten that leg square off your hips. Take an inhale. As you exhale, cross it underneath towards your left elbow. Inhale, extend, three-legged dog. Exhale, cross it underneath. Inhale, extend. One last time, cross it underneath towards the left elbow. Inhale, extend. Exhale, lower your right leg down. Either staying right here or moving through your vinyasa. Inhale to plank. Exhale, lower. Inhale, upward dog or cobra. Exhale, downward facing dog. Take a couple deep breaths here. And then bend knees, look forward. Either step or lightly hop to the top of your mat. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale, rise to stand, arms overhead. Exhale, hands to heart center. Take a quick drink of water. Hopefully you're feeling nice and warm. Inhale to reach the arms up overhead. Exhale, sink the hips back. Utkatasana, chair pose. Squeeze those legs towards one another. Lengthen the tailbone down. Lift the heart up. Take an inhale. Exhale, hands to heart center. Find length in an inhale. Exhale, twist to your left, hooking that right elbow to the outside of the left thigh. Look over the left shoulder. Breathe. Bring all of your weight into your left foot. Pick the right foot up and send it all the way back to a high twisted crescent lunge. Then reach that left arm up towards the sky and let it guide you all the way up to an open arm twist. Right arm forward. Maybe look back towards your left hand. On your next inhale, let those left fingertips go down the right leg. Right arm overhead. Revolved, twisted crescent. Exhale, place that right hand down, left arm up towards the sky. Exhale, bring both hands to frame the front foot. Hug that left heel in and shoot it up and back. Three-legged dog. Bend the knee, open the hip. Try to keep even weight in both hands. Maybe do a couple leg circles in both directions. Then straighten that back and square off your hips. As you exhale, hug that left knee towards your right elbow. Inhale, extend. Exhale, cross it under towards your right elbow. Inhale, extend. One last time to the right elbow. Inhale, extend. Exhale, lower the left foot down to keep the right. Either staying right here or move through your vinyasa. Inhale to plank. Exhale, lower. Inhale, upward or cobra. Exhale, lift those hips up and back. dog. Everyone meeting in their down dog. When you're ready, bend the knees, look forward in your step, maybe let the hop to the top of your mat. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale, rise to stand, arms up overhead. Exhale, hands to heart center. From here, bring your feet about mat twist or wider apart. Toes point out, heels point in. Inhale, the arms up overhead. Exhale, sink your hips down, bring hands to heart center. Elbows press into the thighs, and thighs back into the elbows to lift the heart. Breathe here. As you exhale, plant that left hand down in front of your left foot. Right arm reaches up overhead. Exhale, reach that right hand down in front of the right foot. Inhale, the left arm overhead. Exhale, bring both hands down in front of you. Lower the hips, or actually come to sit on your heels for a moment. Or bring a block in between the feet, sitting on the block, or pillow, or blanket. Thunderbolt pose. Once again, connecting with the breath. On an inhale, we're going to reach those arms up overhead, and then exhale, twist to your right, bringing that right hand back up behind you, left hand to the right outer thigh. Look over your right shoulder if it feels okay on your neck. Breathe deep into your belly. Inhale, reach those arms up overhead. Exhale, twist to your left. Left hand comes behind you. Right hand to the outer left thigh. Maybe look over your left shoulder. Inhale, come back through center. And then interlace the hands behind your low back. Notice which thumb you put on top. Inhale, lift the heart, find length. Reach those fingertips down towards the earth. And exhale, fold over your knees. You can always bring a prop underneath the head. Reach those arms up overhead to open the shoulders. And then use those hands to guide you all the way back up. Uncross the hands, give the arms a little shake. And then we'll do that with the opposite thumb on top. So the awkward grip with the hands, interlace them, then reach the hands down, the heart up, take an inhale. As you exhale, fold over your legs once again. Reach those hands up towards the sky, maybe bringing a prop underneath the forehead. Inhale, reach those hands up towards the sky. Let them guide you all the way back up through center. Release the interlace of the hands. Maybe give the arms a little shake, shoulders a little roll. And then from here, reach the legs out long in front of you. Bring the soles of the feet together, knees open wide. I'll just sit this way so you can see a little better. Sit up nice and tall, so maybe bring a blanket, a block, or bolster underneath the sit bones to help you. Press those knees downward, either staying right here, take an inhale, and maybe exhale, fold forward over your legs. You can use those elbows to press into the legs. Try to reach with the heart, so try not to round too much through the spine. Really reach through the heart, keeping a nice long spine. And breathe. Baddha Konasana. Inhale to reach yourself up, back through center. Bring the hands to the outer thighs to help your knees toward one another. And then reach the legs out long in front of you. Toes flex back towards the shins. Maybe sitting up on a prop once again. You can help remove the skin and flesh from underneath you to really get nice and tall. Engage those legs. Engage the abdomen. On reach the arms up overhead. As you exhale, hinge from your hips, reaching with your heart. Forward fold over your legs, keeping those legs nice and engaged. Those toes flexed towards the shins. Reach that heart long in front of you. Find length in the spine. Try not to round too much through the upper spine. Inhale, reach that heart up. Keep those legs out long in front of you. Maybe bring the hands out in front of you and slowly start to lower onto your back. Really engaging that abdomen. Moving as slow as you can. One vertebra at a time. Using that core strength till you're all the way on your back. Bring the soles of the feet to the earth. Arms out to a T. Take an inhale, bring the shins parallel to the earth. As you exhale, let them gently fall over to your left side. Keep that right shoulder grounded. Maybe look over it if it feels okay on your neck. Maybe bring that left hand to the outer right thigh. Relax your body. Send your breath deep into your belly. Bring out those internal organs. Bring both arms back out to a T. Inhale, lift those legs up through center. And then exhale, let them gently fall to the right side. Keep that left shoulder grounded to the earth. Maybe look over your left shoulder if it feels okay on your neck. Maybe bring that right hand to the outer left thigh. Send your breath deep into your belly. With every inhale, finding length in the spine. And use that exhale to release tension and let you sink deeper into the pose. On your next inhale, bring those legs back through center. Bring the knees out towards your shoulders and then bring the soles of the feet to the pointed up towards the sky. Toes flexed back towards the shins. You take the arms coming from the inside in between the legs and either grab onto the backs of the thighs, the outer calf, the outer ankle, the outer foot, or wrap the two peace fingers around the big toe. Keep lengthening the tailbone towards the earth, maybe finding a little movement here. Press those feet into the hands and the hands back into the feet. And then reach that right leg out long maybe, and maybe the left. Maybe reaching both legs out long. Or maybe keeping them bent. Then give your legs one last big hug. Bring your forehead up towards your knees. Breathe here for just a moment, using a little bit of core strength right at the end. And then exhale, lower those legs out long in front of you. Shoulders roll up down underneath the back. Palms flip up towards the sky. The legs relax completely so that the heels point in and the toes point out. Tuck the chin slightly so the back of the neck is long. Let the eyes close. Let the face relax, the forehead, the eyes deep into their sockets, the jaw. the neck, the shoulders, the arms, the hands, the belly, the hips, the thighs, and the calves, and the feet. Shavasana. Get ready to come out of Shavasana and start by deepening the breath. Feel free to stay in it longer if you need. And wiggle the fingers and toes. Maybe circle the ankles and wrists. And rock the head side to side. Reach the arms up overhead, the legs up, nice and long in front of you. For a nice morning stretch, hug your knees into your chest and carefully make your way onto one side. Resting here for a moment. And then whenever you're ready, making your way up into a comfortable cross-legged seat. Sitting up nice and tall, taller than you have all day. On an inhale, reach the arms up overhead, palms touch at the top. Exhale, through the mouth, hands to heart center. Bow the chin towards your heart. Take a moment to thank yourself for showing up on your mat and practicing yoga today. And I thank you for joining me. I hope you can take the benefits from today's class with you into the rest of your day, the rest of your week, the rest of whenever. Bring the thumb knuckles up to the third eye space. Namaste. Thank you, everyone, for joining me. I hope you had a good class. Remember to follow Crux on Instagram and Facebook. And I have one more class this week on Saturday. My energizing Vinyasa, super fun. All levels class with advanced options. 10 a.m. Central Standard Time. Live streaming from my channel. Hope you have a good rest of your week. And practice with me. Donate if you can. Thank you. Bye.